Welcome back and hold on tight, as Jim now takes you everywhere.
On last week's show, we looked back at some of the legends of horror hosting, such as Vampira, M.T. Graves, Paul Bearer, Cecil Snide, and of course, Elvira. Now for this week, I'd like to introduce you to just a couple of fellows who are keeping the midnight thrills alive. Up first is Undead Johnny, who terrorizes the airwaves in Chicagoland with his World of the Weird Monsters show.
My name is Undead Johnny, and you have just entered the creepy room. Hello and welcome once again to the Creepy Room. Our first tale tonight of the chilling and weird is a tale of love, lust, murder, revenge, treachery, and concession items.
Now, personally, I can't think of anything scarier than out-of-date milk duds. I spoke with Johnny for a little insight into the weird world that he and his crew have created.
You know, the gist of it was we knew our show was going to be on, local cable and cable access, and we wouldn't be able to make it look like it was not on cable access, so we decided to have that be kind of the format of the show. So we're kind of like a talk show on this fake station called Channel 666, and it's like a show within a show where we host these crappy movies, but you also get to see fake commercials of other programs that are on this station. There's recurring characters from this station and stuff like that. So it's kind of a little bit different from normal horror hosting, where we're not just looking at one camera and talking directly to the audience. It's kind of very much inspired by SCTV, and things like that. So it's kind of a sketch comedy horror host show.
While the World of the Weird Monsters show has been creeping out those in the land of Lincoln for 6 years, now, thanks to the internet, Johnny and his crew have been able to broaden their repertoire beyond the usual frightful fare.
What's great about the internet is it also really puts us in touch with a lot of independent, up-and-coming filmmakers who are looking for new ways, in the corporate Hollywood to distribute their movies. And we've been lucky over the 6 years. We've been able to show a few, newer films from the last year or so. We've been lucky enough to have them let us show their film. And it gives them a little bit more exposure, and it gives us something new to show to our fans.
Another awesomely awful host, and I mean that in the most honorable way, is Mr. Ormon Grimsby, who's been terrorizing the airwaves in Raleigh, North Carolina for the past 5 years. Here's a sample of the uncanny undertaking.
Good evening, boils and ghouls, and welcome to another episode of Monster Creature Feature, the show all about monster movies and monster happenings in and around Raleigh. As always, I'm your carnivorous cadaver of a host, Ormon Grimsby, also known as The Undertaker. Tonight's feature is a dandy, Day of the Triffids. It's a classic. Oh, perhaps you've heard of it? Well, no matter. All you need to know is that people are killed and eaten in this film by giant plants. It's crazy, I know, and seems to be a running theme around here lately, to be sure. I mean, werewolves, zombies, vampires, I can see that, but killer plants? Come on now, I just don't buy it. Of course, this is nothing new. Hollywood is often accused of being too green.
Speaking with Ormon's alter ego, the multi-talented Craig Vance, I learned that his intentions in the creation of Monster Creature Feature is far from terrorizing and much more inspiring.
I grew up in Detroit, and we had Sir Graves Ghastly up there, and he was a huge influence on me growing up. And the monster movies and all of the pop culture from the early 70s. And I started looking around, and I didn't see anything that was inspiring like I had when I was growing up, and I felt really bad for kids coming up today. I felt like they were kind of getting cheated. And around that same time, they discontinued making a lot of Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like that. And so it was just really dry in terms of, content of any real weight. And so I thought, well, why not give it a go and try it myself? And I thought it was kind of a novel idea. It seemed like trying to build some type of localization when everything is becoming more and more fragmented due to cable and the internet, that it might have more power where you would have something that could tie a community together. So that was the inspiration. It was trying to put something together for kids that would inspire them and something that they could get into, and then the idea of trying to get back to a community feeling a part of something.
Again, for the sake of broadcast time, I'm limited to what all I can share, but thanks to the internet, you can see more of Undead Johnny and Ormon Grimsby at their respective websites that you see on the screen. Again, I do want to send out another extra special thanks to Undead Johnny, Ormon Grimsby, and Corpse as Chris for all that they're doing in keeping this frightfully wonderful legacy alive. I, Beau, appreciate it. Coming up, we'll take a quick peek at next week's show that's again chock full of Halloween happenings here, there, and everywhere. Go away. Make plans now to attend the Operation Give Back concert being held at the Historic Lyric Theater in downtown Harrison on Saturday night. The concert begins at 6 p.m. and will feature Cody, Beau, Jenkins, and the Chain Gang, plus Thunder Crow. Proceeds from the event will go to fund the Enduring Freedom Memorial for the Boone County Courthouse lawn. For more information or to reserve your seats for this sure to be a sellout show, call Brian at 754-2065. It's the least we can do for those who gave all for us. Coming up on next week's show, we'll continue our exploration of Halloween activities planned for the area, plus a few trips out there that are sure to cause a chill. And also next week, we'll be welcoming back the Ozarks Ghost Research Society, who will be sharing some hauntingly good real ghost footage from everywhere. So until next time, I do hope you enjoyed this little journey to here, there, and everywhere with me. I'd like to invite you back this same time next week for another 30-minute television journey. In the meantime, if you've got a person, place, or thing that you'd like to learn more about or see on the show, or if you are a person, place, or thing that would like to be on the show, drop me an email at tko8@windstream.net, or you can just mail me a letter to Hey Jim, care of TKO8 Television, 500 North Main Street, Suite B, Harrison, Arkansas, 72601. I'd love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to register for the free Castle of Chaos tickets that will be announced on the next show. So, until next time, I'm sure we'll see each other here, there, or everywhere. Good night, everybody.
Jim Buchanan's Here, There, and Everywhere is a Lone Producer Studios production in association with TKO8 Television. To learn more about the show, log on to TKO8.com.